Hello, beautiful Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading. I am Divine Light, and today we will see what's coming your way within the next 4 weeks. Let's pull your keywords first, and then we're going to jump into your coffee cup. Let's see what you need to know. We have magic. I love that. Most of the people getting like certain words, I feel like their energy is aligned within that direction. But it seems like yours is aligned with the magic. Magic doesn't mean extraordinary, guys. We do see magic every day, which I gave the example of the planes flying. Maybe 100 years ago, it was something maybe 120 years ago. It was something impossible. Now it's like a random thing for us. So we have grounding coming. Again, this is coming with everyone. So ground your magic things happening in your life, that those are the things that you see as miracles or good stuff. Just ground them into your reality, like meaning be in the moment. And we have honor here for you. It's a different one. So it seems like some of you might be even like getting an accomplishment that will be like a high honor for you. That's like a magic happening. And grounding in the moment indicates that don't keep it up in the air, in the ether, in your mind. Write it down. If this is like something happening good in your life, journal it, speak to people. You can meditate. You can, touch the elements of the earth, so you can ground it that way to the moment. We also have forgiveness. So the honor can be also maybe someone wronged you, coming forward to ask for forgiveness. So it's also a good development. Okay, let's see what's happening inside of your cup. I see here there's a small chunk of money coming in, and also there's like a wide pathway opening. I feel like for you, this is someone leaving your life. A situation is leaving your life, and that's probably where the forgiveness comes in, because something maybe bothered you so long, or something maybe like interrupted you so long coming forward. The thing about you, Sagittarius, is you are actually not a person that takes things personally, or take things really too seriously either. That's why I feel like here this is something really had a big impact in your life. Maybe something you had high expectancies, or someone you had a high expectancies, and it can be also someone still lingering in your energy. Maybe you're over and done with this person, but they're just around you and just bothering you. I see here they're probably going to leave your vicinity. They're going to leave you alone. I see there is actually a celebration, someone dancing here within especially the beginning of the second week, because the first week, the path is forming and then it's leading outside. So this is unexpected. This is not maybe you're expecting this person to go away, but the pathway is forming in your mind, but you are wanting this person to go away, this situation to go away. The thing is, you're not going to see it until it leaves your life. This can even be like a person that is bothering you. This can be a situation in your mind, maybe like you're dealing with right now, a money issue. Maybe you're dealing with a paper that came, like we have a paper here, and it has some things that is undesirable on them. Seems like it is like going out of your life that you're not even aware it's leaving. Okay, it's later on, maybe after the fact, you're gonna recognize that. I see there's a bird right under your feet lifting you up, and the bird is holding a diamond right there as well. So we have the bird right here too. So some of you might be like receiving high honor, or like feeling like receiving some news that are going to really lift you up, like maybe physically, mentally, spiritually. And when honor wise, maybe you're feeling like you didn't do enough of the work. You're going to realize that you maybe have done more than enough. When this happens, I see like a dancing vibe, meaning that you're going to be relaxing when this happens to you. Okay, another thing I see, there are 3 people gathering up, but these are not like 3 of pentacles. They're actually like 2 of them conversating, the third one is observing. This can be a situation that requires maybe like negotiation, or maybe like this kind of like brainstorming, and you're in between 2 pathways, especially within the beginning of the third week. You might be stuck in 2 choices, and you might go advise with 2 wise people here. They're gonna both give you different aspects of, they're going to show you different aspects of how to take care of things. I mean, this is going to be, again, a free will choice to choose whichever one you want. But the thing is, the second person here, the bigger person is size-wise, is they have like a bright road behind them. You have like a crowded road behind you. Maybe you already made up your mind, but you're just going through the motions by asking these people. But the problem here is the second person here has like a better option for you that maybe you should be considering, okay? I see here there's a woman and right there, and she has like a horse next to her. Horse can be your wish fulfillment, and maybe you are actually this meeting this woman or conversating with them can be a desire that you have. Horse can also indicate a travel, a short travel, maybe you're going to take within the 3rd week. And I see here you're landing on a hill right there. That little trip can really give you that relaxation, that grounding energy, and that can really land you on a higher place energetically or maybe physically. And I see an eagle watching over you. Eagles most of the time can represent a freedom, idea of a freedom. So maybe if you're feeling stuck like on the bottom of the pit right here, the women with the horse can be also someone who received their heart's desire, okay? And you talking to them, you giving them picking their brain, taking some of their advice is going to maybe give you your inspiration. The eagle can be also you, the freedom of the idea of the freedom coming to you to elevate yourself. And then you're up on the hill right there. So it's going to be like a fast upgrade. I told you there's a chunk of money here. This is coming from outside of your comfort zone, but I feel like the high vibe, feeling confident is going to be also effective for you to receive this blessing. At the end of the 4th week, I see there's like a lobster coming forward. The lobsters that we see on the moon card. So there's a keyhole right under you as well. Even though you climb up to the mountain, there might be a key necessary to enter the mountain. If you ever watched the movie of Hobbit, you see that even though the dwarves, they make it to the mountain, they need to find a keyhole. Even though they have the key, there's a hidden door, but the keyhole is only visible after a certain type of light hits it. So if you haven't watched the movie, go ahead and watch it. The thing is, the keyhole is right under your feet, but the proper light is necessary here, and the proper light is the moonlight, and in the movie as well. And the lobster that we see here in the moon card represents that. What is the moon here? Your intuitive guidance, your gut feeling is guiding you. The gut feeling can be intuition or instinct. Instinct comes from past experiences. Intuition comes from a divine power. Is it gonna matter if when you're finding the keyhole? I feel like it's going to feel the same here, okay? Then afterwards, we have clarity. So that can be the door opening up and you are getting enlightened, receiving the information that you need through the door here. Let's dive into your saucer now. If you have a specific question, a desire, and intention, hold it in your mind. I see here the wise person, maybe a shaman, standing on top of an alligator here. Alligator can be the animal of the shaman right there. Alligators are cold-blooded, but I think they're not as dangerous as the crocodiles. So this can be, the shaman can be someone, a wise person. By the way, shamans, we think they are male. However, your desire coming very smoothly, guys. So if you're forcing it to happen, might not be the way to go. The shamans, have to be women. That's why the male shamans grow their hair, wear the women's clothing, because they want to cheat the spirits. So they believe that they are female, feminine power. They have that. So I see here there's a shaman standing and I feel female vibes here. This can be a feminine figure. Alligator is the animal that is cold-blooded. So this is a person probably has a little bit swords energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. And she has a puppy dog here, like maybe even not a puppy dog, kind of looks like maybe even a Shih Tzu. So this person might be a dog person who has a little dog with her. It seems like they're standing within especially the 3rd and 4th week timeline where you're standing up on the hill. And right next to you here, there's a person standing as this person right there. So you might get like some sort of help, okay? And the shaman can be a female character that you don't even know face to face, maybe like a therapist that you're listening online. It doesn't have to be specifically like spiritual powers or like someone who is out of this world extraordinary. It can be really grounded person who has maybe solid and valid information for you. It can be a teacher, it can be a mentor, it can be maybe even someone who is a professional in certain area. Either way, like don't take it when I say shaman in only like as someone who deals with the spirit. Someone can be dealing with the worldly matter as well. That's what actually shamans do. They combine both. So this is a person here that's going to be useful. Their energy is going to be useful. Another thing for some of you, I'm feeling this can be an ancestor as well that has some information. We have King of Swords. He wants to show himself. And also Two of Swords. You might be in the crossroads. You might get stuck in the crossroads. I feel like the faster you make a decision by following your intuition, the faster you're going to get to where you want to go. And this can be in this way for some of you. King of Swords can be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, a masculine figure in your life. Maybe they're forcing you to fire here, to love. But the thing is, the faster you listen to your intuition, your gut feeling, or instinct, if it's speaking to you in a sense that no, this is not the one, it's time to get away from there really fast and like preserve your energy. And if this is someone you feel like you can trust, yeah, maybe it's time to make a fast decision. But swiftness is going to be important here. First week we have Two of Cups. Some of you are manifesting new love, receiving maybe a gift from someone who's compatible with you, who wants to exchange energy. This can be soulmate. And I also want to note it here. We think soulmates as only as lovers. It doesn't have to be that. Soulmates can be good friends. Okay, our soul family, our brothers and sisters, they can be our soulmates. Soulmate relationship doesn't have to be romantic. Soulmate is a soul pact that we make with the people before we come onto this planet. And we say that we're going to show each other the lessons that we need to learn so we can actually accelerate, get to the level we want to get to really fast. Twin flames, on the other hand, twin flames can be an exact replica and reflection of your energy of a lover. Okay, twin flames can be romantic partners. That's why I feel here Two Cups is like an energy exchange happening in a very loving and equal manner. Okay, it can be with a new lover too. Two coming again, Two of Wands this is going to really two grounding. 3 2s already. We have number 20 with the forgiveness. So it seems like it's time to start planning for the new future. And because some partnership and someone aligning with you coming forward. And if there's anyone that you have been holding a grudge, or if there's anyone that you have been carrying in your energy field from the past, it's time to forgive, let them go, because you're not gonna be able to catch the new energies flowing towards you if you don't do that soon. Okay, let's see what's happening within the third week time. Yeah, we have number 20 again. 10 which is Judgment Day, forgiveness with the Judgment Day. So it is like, I feel like an approval of that. So when you start to plan for the future, there's going to be events happening that is going to push you towards letting go of the past or the past people in your life, so you can actually choose one more, a better person. If this is about a relationship, guys, if you have someone from the past still affecting your today, it seems like here you're going to realize that if you keep holding on to that person, the anger or resentment you're feeling towards them, you're not going to be able to move on to the next adventure here. So it can be about that. It can be about a job. Maybe you were really angry at the person, the people at your job, and now you're looking for a new thing and it's not really showing up because it's like in your vibe, in your vibration, it's in your field. It seems like you're actually going to release that, but it's not going to be easy because the devil wants to show up. The devil, we have here the King of Swords. The devil is going to try to find all kinds of reasons for you to not let this go. Yeah, maybe even it's gonna like cause you heartbreak, but what you need to do is you need to really use your resources available to you. It can be meditation, prayer, it can be working out, it can be running, whatever your resources to clear your mind. Actually, you need to use that because it seems like Your mind wants to keep you in the same place, in the heartbreak. Okay, why? You might be thinking, why does my mind do that? Because our subconscious doesn't know any better. Our subconscious actually keeps us where it is familiar to us. It doesn't know anything new, different, better, until we expose the subconscious to that. Okay, so until we say no to the old, yes to the new. And we do that constantly, we do that consciously, and keep telling that inner child, the subconscious, that this is the new thing is safe for us. Okay, that's what the Queen of Pentacles actually, that's how she takes care of the things. We have here Page of Swords. It seems like this is going to be a new idea, new communication. It can be a new job for some of you that is matching with your energy coming forward, and you better start planning for that. We have Five of Pentacles here. There's like a new gateway we see. Five of Pentacles can indicate like maybe some things are not really going the way you want it to be, and you're feeling like left out in the cold because you're stepping into an unknown territory. But I feel like this is happening so you can let go of the past. That's why it just keeps repeating itself. We have here, maybe you're going to feel a little confused how to let go of that, how to actually plan for the new and better option. But I feel with the Queen of Pentacles, if you can keep yourself in that grounded energy, you're going to be able to step into that new gateway, this new dimension opening up for you. Okay, so I felt like from what I'm seeing here, what I'm feeling, there's some things that you're facing, and the people that you're facing in the past, and you're letting them go. It can take a couple trials, but at the end, this is going to really carry you to the life that you are wanting. And maybe within the fourth week especially, you're really going to start to see the signs that those things are starting to evolve and change for the better. We have synergy here, so this is for you to ground yourself into the moment and take from the past and the future and merge them together. Acceptance of not so obvious and never seen before. Okay, not so obvious. The frequency of synergy supports our allowance and acceptance of not so obvious, never seen before combinations and unions that result in new ways of functioning, working, thinking, relating, loving, and being. It reminds us to embrace the unfamiliar here, so that new yet exciting co-creations can give birth to a new reality. And I feel like this next 4 weeks is all about actually like letting go of the familiar and stepping into unfamiliar territory, which is maybe much more positive and exciting for you. Communication is going to be important, and I feel like this is not limited to communication with others. It's also communicating with your heart and with yourself, with your inner child. The frequency of communication supports our ability to exchange information in many different forms. It reminds us to run every piece of information, both incoming and outgoing, through our heart, the center of our truth, to stay in the flow of source and balanced exchange. So like running through your heart, it is also maybe what is coming through your mind. Running through your heart is going to be important. Okay, so let's see. We have discernment. The frequency of discernment supports our ability to view the world and the people around us from a place of inner balance and detachment, yet with compassion and wisdom. So what's going to happen is maybe there are some people in your life, like I said, that you need to forgive and let go. This doesn't mean, forgiveness doesn't mean, okay, come around and do the same thing again. It doesn't mean that. It means that I'm detached from you. I'm not affected by your energy anymore. I don't feel resentment, anger, or anything else. I'm moving on to my highest good and better life. Another one we have is the root chakra. This can affect our ability to receive material things in life. So it's good to clear it. The frequency of root chakra, the red flower of life, stimulates passion and supports our sense of security on this physical plane, both in our bodies as well as in the physical world. So it also affects our ability to receive material stuff. If you're feeling any imbalance about that, if you're not receiving the things you desire, or when they come, you cannot take it, when somebody's offering you something that you're having a hard time to take it, it's time to have that clearing of that root chakra. We have gratitude. This is also a divine energy with a purple. It can also connect us to the higher self here when you practice gratitude. Life is one continuous circle of giving and receiving energy. Be thankful for who and what is in your life instead of complaining about what you don't have. If you focus on gratitude, you'll start to attract prosperity and abundance. And actually, I was listening to one of the lectures of Louis Hay, and she really presses on that. Like the whatever you focus on expands. This is like quantum physics. They all talk about that. And I was listening to a scientist the other day, and he says matter do not even exist, that it just actually acts how we observe it. So I see something, a bottle filled with water here, and that's what I am observing, and that's what I'm seeing. So the gratitude is seeing that, thinking about that, and being grateful for that actually starts attracting more of maybe trinkets that I love to have in my life. And if you want to have more money, more life, more friends, more joy, the more you focus on the ones that you already have, the things that give you joy, it seems like the gratitude is going to have the power to attract more of those into your life, okay? All right, beautiful. That's all for today. Hope you enjoy your reading. If you do, I'm going to add some more videos right here for you to enjoy, and I wish you all a magical day. Bye. Hit the subscribe and join the family.